Well, I said good morning, good afternoon. Time delay, or time lag, whatever. Okay. It is now 2 p.m. Welcome, everyone. This is our weekly business meeting. Today is Tuesday, January 21st, 2020. The time is precisely 2 p.m. Calling this meeting to order, attending are Commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Fillios. And I'm going to ask our dear solid waste manager. Lead us in the pledge.
Stand up and start.
Director, I should have said.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As long as you don't ask me to sing it.
No, well, you're singing it next week.
My wife will tell you.
Would you agree with that, Kim? Okay. Okay, so the first item on the agenda is the consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendar as listed on our business meeting agenda for January 21st, 2020.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Moving on to the payables list.
I move that we approve the payables list for the week of January 13th through the 17th, 2020, in the amount of $854,402.84, along with jury panel payments in the amount of $3,363.71.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, motion carried. Do we have any changes to the agenda? Hearing none, moving on to our first action item, awarding bid 2020-01 for landfill compactor solid waste. Kathy?
Yes, Cathy, Mayor, for the record. Sealed bids were received on Tuesday, January 14th. We had two bidders on the compactor. We are recommending award a contract to John CNC Manufacturing out of Iowa in the amount of $845,220.
Questions, comments? Motion.
I move that we award the bid for the landfill compactor to John CNC Manufacturing with a contract to.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Moving on to item number 2. First Amendment to the Ramsey Transfer Station for Household Hazardous Waste Facility Construction Agreement with Solid Waste. Kathy?
Yes, this is a first change order to NNAC, National Native American Construction Incorporated. They're doing the work at the Ramsey Transfer Station. This change order is for modifications and additional work that we've encountered once we started the project. A portion of the work has been additions and improvements added on by the City of Coeur d'Alene as we've gone through the project also. The amendment is in the amount of $57,249.55.
Okay. So that's an increase?
Yes.
Okay, budgeted?
Yes, we have funds available
Okay,
for it.
fine. Motion.
I move that we approve the First Amendment for the Ramsey Transfer Station Household Hazardous Waste Construction Agreement in the amount of $57,249.55.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, and motion is carried. Item number 3, mutual rescission of the lease, AAL-380, for the party of Green and Lewis at the airport. Stephen?
Stephen Cura for the record, Commissioners. This is a mutual rescission for the next item for Behringer lease agreement.
Motion.
I move that we accept the mutual rescission of lease for AAL-380 Green and Lewis.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye. Motion carried. Item number 4, ground lease, AAL-2020-100 for Party Helidoc LLC at the airport. Stephen?
Commissioner Stephen Cura again for the record. This is a lease agreement. It's $2,791.25 for the year. This is 28 years left on this lease agreement because of what the remainder of the previous lease was. And if you have any questions, we're happy to
Questions? None, motion.
I move that we approve ground lease AAL 2020 Helidoc LLC.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye. Motion carried. Item number 5, fiscal year 20 yoga instruction contract with Party Musanti for wellness, on behalf of our Wellness Committee, Resource Management Office. Kim?
Yes, Kimberli Riley for the record. Our primary instructor, Lauren Kovala, asked that we have another backup instructor put on. I've been speaking with her. We have a regular attendance of at least 12 here at the admin campus. She just wants to make sure she has coverage. So the contract is the same. This is for Alita Musante for the same time period, $75 per class.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve the FY20 yoga instruction contract with Musante.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye. Motion carried. Item number 6, fiscal year 17 submission. Equitable Sharing Agreement and Certification, North Idaho Violent Crimes Task Force, KCSO.
Good afternoon, Commissioner Stu Miller for the record. This is our FY17 ESAC submittal for revenue expenses. We're currently in the process of closing out the task force account. We still have the same account with the sheriff's office, but this involves the task force, all the membership that the sheriff's office has been leading. And we finally got a resolution on what we need to do, thanks Melissa, for moving forward with our partner agencies and the DOJ. And so from this point forward, we're gonna be closing out 17 through 2020 and closing that account, moving the funds. So this is the 17 ESAC.
Is that the 10,611?
This is, well, yeah, there was a discrepancy, that was the holdup with this one, of where there was a discrepancy of that amount. And with their guidance, the DOJ's guidance, figured out where to put that, and then submitted the form, and then once signed off by the Commissioner's office, then it goes back to them, and then we start on 2018 using the current numbers.
Okay. Motion?
I move that we approve the FY17 submission for the Equitable Sharing Agreement and Certification in the North Idaho Violent Crimes Task Force.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye. Motion carried. Item number 7, proposal for control density fill, Able Cleanup Technologies for the Board of County Commissioners, Shawn Riley.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Shawn Riley for the record. This is in regards to the fuel tank project that is out at the jail. I sent you the email to try to explain it. So basically, we're waiting to get the tests back that they took from the ground underneath the tank. Because whoever put the tank in, I don't know, 1996 or 97, I don't know what they were thinking, but they ran the main power for the jail over the top of the tank and conduit. So the only way to pull the tank out of the ground is to cut the power to the jail for a week. It's really not an option at this point in time. I mean, so in talking with DEQ, and they recommended that we use this specific fill, provided that the soil around the tank comes back non-contaminated. If the soil under the tank, because they cut 2 holes in the tank and took the samples from under the tank. If it's not contaminated, then this change order is gonna apply, we're gonna fill it, we're gonna cap it, we're done with it. It's gonna sit there for the next 100 years, as far as we're concerned. If not, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. It's probably not gonna be pleasant for anybody, but.
When will we find out?
I would think that we should know next week.
Okay.
That's why I tried to put this on for this week, knowing that I should have the test results next week. If the test results come back, you're good to go. I just wanna be able to tell the contractor to get it done. There's a $700 credit in here for backfill. I thought it would be more than that. For some reason, I thought they were using a crane to pull the tank, but they were just gonna get the front end loader up and just rip it out in pieces, so really, no.
Okay.
no savings there.
Any other questions? Motion?
I move we accept the proposal for the controlled density fill with Able Cleanup Technologies for the storage tank project at the jail.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye. Motion carried. Excuse me, item number 8, letter of intent for grant submission, Office on Violence Against Women, Resource Management Office, Kim.
Yes, Kimberly Riley again for the record. I'll get this started. Karlene presented this information to our office. I've been compiling the packet, so this is a letter of intent, and then we would also be requesting authorization to apply. It's a cooperative agreement. It is grant funds, but they would have a role in the planning and actually implementation of this project, I believe, and Karlene can speak more to that. So it's $150,000 with no match requirement other than the personnel time that would be involved as part of the team.
What are the chances that we actually secure the money?
It's we have a very good chance of
Oh,
securing the money.
okay.
There, the domestic violence court here has already been recognized nationally, and we've done a lot of mentoring of other courts. So we were contacted to see if we would like to apply for this grant and get the funding to keep going and help other
Okay.
people. So I think we have a really high chance.
Thank
And
you.
it's nice to be nationally recognized,
Yes,
because if we apply for other grants, that might help us.
good.
I just would ask to see the application before it goes out. I mean, we normally do. I just want to make sure that nothing catches us by surprise.
Yeah, Amber wanted to be sure that you were okay, because she'll be doing a lot of the budget and the narrative on that, so she just wanted to have some assurance that you felt comfortable moving forward, and then we'll certainly bring that back.
Yeah, just without seeing exactly what's going to be required, I'm fine to go forward, but until we find out, oh, no, they want your firstborn.
Or 30
then-
strings, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's where I need to just make sure we're covered, so.
The information presented in the packet did have all of that. The actual application will fill out online, and it's
Okay.
actually less information, but we can certainly share that.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Well, I
Thank you.
didn't- Yeah, I didn't find anything particularly concerning
Honors,
with
yeah.
information, so.
Okay, motion.
I move that we approve the letter of intent for the grant submission, Office on Violence Against Women.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 9, First Amendment to Agreement for the Joint Use of Facilities, Kootenai County Fire and Rescue, and our Office of Emergency Management.
Tiffany Westbrook for the record. This is simply an amendment to an existing agreement we have with KCFR, and the amendment allows us to utilize that space to store our auxiliary communications trailer there, which is utilized in needs of a disaster. So that's what this is.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve the First Amendment to the agreement for the joint use of facilities with Kootenai County Fire and Rescue and our Office of Emergency Management.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 10, Kootenai County Employee Benefit Health Plan Administrative Services Contract, Regions Blue Shield of Idaho. HR, Dorothy?
So this is the actual full contract this time, so our benefit booklet needing signature. You've already seen the administration fees and the stop-loss fees. No change to any of that. This just has the signature from Regions on it. Nothing's been changed, but that's coming before you. One of the things we would like to bring before you is they are now offering us a stop-loss refund, which they hadn't before. It's kind of a, as you know, we don't have a lot of options with our stop-loss now because our claims have been so high. So we're with Regions because we don't have any options. So a stop-loss refund is kind of a way for them to block out the large claim that we have ongoing, and that's gonna be ongoing for a long time, and look at what our other claims might be, and whether in the future, we might have an option for some reduction in stop loss. So that's one that you'll be signing, that just is an option to look at what our options in the future.
And they operate on a calendar year, don't they?
Yes,
Okay.
well, they look at our calendar year.
Our
claims,
calendar year,
yes.
right.
Yes. So it's just signatures for the calendar year.
Do we have any idea what the refund might be?
We do not. It's gonna be based on our claims.
Okay, understood. Motion?
All right, I move that we approve the Kootenai County Employee Benefit Health Plan and Administrative Services Contract with Regions Blue Shield of Idaho.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 11, Advisory Board Appointment, Stearns, Van Dyke, reappoint Hanson, Planning and Zoning Commission. I have a question. Did we forget a couple people?
Just
Or-
one, and they'll be added next week.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
So
Motion.
I move that we reappoint Wes Hanson through December 31st of 2021, and that we appoint Barry Stearns, Bingham Van Dyke through 12/31 of 2022.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 12, Advisory Board Appointments. This is for the airport, for Birch, Salzer, reappoint Boyer, and G. Feller to the Airport Advisory Board. Motion.
I move that we appoint Alex Birch through 12/31 of 2020, and appoint Aaron Salzar through 12/31 of 2021, and reappoint Boyer and G. Feller through 12/31 of 2022.
Motion.
That-
Oh, you just did it.
Second.
I second. I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, motion carried.
We're okay.
Item, I hope so. Item number 13, authorization for the Hayden Area Regional Sewer Board, also known as HARBS, setback with Coeur d'Alene Airport property line, BOCC. Would this be Leslie?
Yes, and Stephen, in the phase 2, it turned out that they are coming close to the airport property line for the Hayden Area Regional Sewer. And so they just wanted to make sure that the airport and the county was okay with that setback, and the airport doesn't really use a whole lot of that space next to the sewer plant. So, do you have anything to add, Stephen?
No, Commissioner Stephen Carrier for the record, this is the property that, if we were to build there, we would do some substantial regrading. It's a very steep area. We would probably end up having to take part of their property anyways, which we would never do, just due to the grade separation there. So that's why we don't see an issue with it at the airport.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we execute the letter of authorization to Hayden Area Regional Sewer Board regarding the setback and the airport property line.
Got it.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, motion carried. I think we're going to combine items 14 and 15, which are Resolution 2020-09 and Resolution 2020-10 to classify and destroy respectively records for KCSO.
Steve Miller for the record, Commissioners, these are testing documents for individuals not hired by the Sheriff's Office, dating back from 1994 till 2017. And we respectfully would like to get rid of
Okay. That's quite a time span.
them. A little bit.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve resolution numbers 2020-09 and 2020-10 to classify and destroy records according to statute for KCSO pre-employment testing files.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, motion carried. Resolution 2020-11 for burial or cremation of indigent county residents, county assistants.
It's probably just me.
Okay,
Yeah, finally, after, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months of getting it through the process, we have an updated resolution that is agreeable both to elected officials involved and to our service providers, the funeral homes.
wonderful. Motion.
I move that we approve resolution number 2020-11, which is the burial or cremation of indigent county residents.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye. Motion carried. Resolution 2020-12 for burial or cremation of unclaimed bodies. Our coroner, Dr. Keene.
Warren Keene from the coroner's office. This is a resolution so that the county can be in compliance with state law after they had changed the law previously, and it's been agreed to by all the parties.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve resolution 2020-12, which is burial or cremation of unclaimed bodies.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, and the motion is carried for our final action item. Public comment. Sir, Mr. Keith.
Sorry, I apologize for being late. It's about action item number 8. The action item there is just somewhat request. I think the only county agency that's going to be affected by that would be my county.
Okay.
My agency.
Now, this is in regard to the Office on Violence Against Women.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And just some of the things that we had is, reviewing the application before it went in. Our grant runs out end of next year. This application would put us into an unknown grant year of we don't know if we have to go or not go. I just want to make sure that we have some control over that aspect of being able to say, hey, we can't attend these trainings and everything else because of the monies and stuff. So that's why a good review of the application before it's brought in would be good. I think it's a very good thing for the county. I think it's a good direction. I think it's a good grant. It's just an obligation a year past the grant that we don't have clarity of what we're going to be able to do within probation.
Okay. Any other comments?
Thank you for your time. Sorry I'm late.
It's all right.
No apologies needed. You're here. That's the important thing. The time is now 2:23. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.